can never roll in peace. Yeah. Jesus peace. Do you not believe in Jesus? How you got a Jesus peace?
Money so I can cool out, and I ain't got to worry about a shootout. I go where there ain't no way. Motherfucking dick, ain't nobody care when I was going through my shit. And Trump free more niggas than Obama did. If I had the chance, I'd let that boy again. Stupid ass niggas don't want to sit down with the man. So how you finna execute your plan, dummy? Nigga trying to play me out my money. Made a general statement. I was speaking in third person. They tried to twist the shit to hurt me. Snatching all food from the table. Big boy and T.I. tried to get me kicked up off the label. I ain't popping out nowhere like I'm on house arrest. I just want the money. Y'all can have the rest. I'm good. Try to do something for the hood. Them niggas turned around and said that little shit ain't enough. Motherfucking dick, ain't nobody care.
Ooh. There you have it, guys. That was Kodak Black on the Drink Champs. That's what we're talking about today. And we're more specifically talking about his song Flocka and what he had to say on Drink Champs. Let's get into it. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Hey everyone. I don't know if by now you all have seen Kodak Black's interview on Drink Champs. It came out about 5 days ago, maybe a week ago, something like that. Listen, it was an amazing interview. By the end of the interview, you would have a better appreciation of who Kodak Black is. You will see that this guy, he's pretty smart. He's pretty witty. He's also has his own language that he speaks. And honestly, if you could make it through, if you just be patient and make it through the whole 2-hour and 25-minute show, I promise you, you will leave there entertained and amused. And I will say, feeling a little empathy and pity for the young man. And I will tell you why. I'm concerned, and we'll talk about it. But let's really get into the interview before that happened. Before we go into all this, let's just finish off. That was him doing a freestyle. On the whole interview, he talked about his relationship with T.I. and Little Big Boy from, come on, Denise. Why is it that Outcast? He talked about his relationship with them. He talked about his relationship with the industry as a whole. He was just really very candid, and he kind of had to be, since it was questionable whether he was in his right mind. He went on to deny it later on Instagram Live, which I saw a part of. I don't know. I was just scrolling through Instagram, and there he was. He's gone live, and I'm like, okay, let me hear it. And I actually heard him say it. Let's finish his freestyle. You heard the first part. Let's go on to the second part.
When I was going through my shit, play out, and I leave a trail. Think your relations how it play out, it be betrayal. When I was going through my shit, they sell well. Everybody feeling like it fuck me. What Black Panthers was when I was going through injustice. Like at the tunnel, I can't see that. I was too busy sitting back wondering where Jay-Z at. Reaching out to meet K, do an interview on me. My nigga left me on scene. I had the answers to the question that they asked you on TV. You could have came through to free me. And Black Lives Matter could suck my can't wait to make it rap and get.
He did a whole freestyle. Go back and watch the whole interview. And listen, here we go. Let's go into him on the actual Drink Champs. We're going to get into his song, where the part of the interview where he's talking about his song, No Flocka. And let's talk about the irony of this song. Here we go.
Now, let's talk about No Flockin. That's like your first international record that kind of that blew up. What is that, 2013? 14?
I don't know. It's really lit.
Want to know?
Okay, and then what do you feel when you hear that record?
And what does No Flock mean?
I
know the new drug was out after the
Flocka shit, yeah.
This is what we're talking about. No Flocka. Before we get into the heart of him talking about what it means, let's just understand the full irony of it. As I said before, at the end of this interview, people were afraid. People are still afraid for Kodak Black, Yak as he's called. People were afraid before because of a lot of social media things that just showed him what he is high out of his mind. There's no question about it. His weight is down. It's just really scary what's going on with him. And I just really picked up on this part because there's a whole irony about it. Let's go.
Yeah.
No flock.
So like around that team,
We had the zombies going around.
Yeah, fast. We already zombies on Earth. We already on some bits of shit. But like I'm saying, like especially like around that time, like a lot of niggas that I actually like fucked with and shit, a lot of people were falling victim to that shit. And, yeah, and that's just some shit like you want when like see motherfuckers that you care about on that shit.
Right. Now, I don't know what that is.
You know about Flocka?
No.
What?
Flocka was a drug. Designer.
I didn't even know what Flocka is. I had to look that thing up when I finished listening to it.
A designer.
Well, look. Oh, you know what? Y'all want to look? Let's look at it together. Let's bring it up. What is Flocka? Here we go. Flocka. All right, here we have the DEA. We want to click on it. Let's just click on it. Okay, Flocka. Flocka is a dangerous drug that is similar to street drug, commonly known as bath salts. Flocka is typically white or pink in color, and it's found in crystals. Strict name is gravel. The abuser may be eaten, snorted, or injected, vaporized into cigarettes. What is its effects on the body? Paranoia, hallucinations that may lead to violent aggression, self-injury, overdose, and death have been linked to this drug. Sounds like it is no joke, no bueno. All right, so that's what they're talking about, Flocka. Let's go back to the interview.
Well, I thought that was like no capping.
And there was no
Like niggas is dying from no capping.
Motherfuckers was
Nah,
smoking
that's
that shit.
that flag, and we said that was flag.
You never seen the zombie shit?
That's crazy though. I know what you call it. I kind of like maybe like another one type time on that tight shit, but like the new one called No Flag. That crazy.
You never saw that?
Unreleased.
The zombie shit? Motherfuckers was getting shot and coming up.
So it was like some little crazy like timing around.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
You had cause listen, right? A lot of them niggas like who was on Flock and shit, they used to be like so like embarrassed about that shit too.
That they was doing it?
Yeah, but like them boys so fucked up in here, they'll try to like get motherfuckers on that shit too, like try to trick motherfuckers on that shit.
To make them a part of it
It was
too.
on the news. They run around naked.
A lot of motherfuckers got tricked.
More
on
than
that shit.
naked.
Or you probably be smoking a black with a nigga or some shit, and a nigga like through flocking that shit or whatever. However.
Oh, wow. Did y'all hear what he says? They were so embarrassed, misery loves company. They would try to get other people to use it too. Just lace their Black and Milds or lace their cigars or whatever they smoking with them. Oh, man.
And shit, they got your ass on Flock.
Yeah, that shit was wild. You should have seen Sonny on
Can't
that.
just let this go over.
No, I can't.
You came in here
Yeah.
with a super gremlin.
Yeah.
That's Gizmo. That's Gizmo.
Okay, that's the only part of the interview that I really wanted to talk about and just stop and dive into a little bit. The irony of it. He said people were embarrassed to be on Flock. They were even having people involved, trying to get people to be hooked on it with them. And he actually made this song totally dogging out the people that were on Flock. I mean, honestly, let's look at the words. Hold on, let me pull up the words for that Flock. No Flockin. The funny thing about it is, he talked in the interview about Cardi B a little bit. People were wondering, were you mad that Cardi B stole your flow on that song? He was like, nah, I respect her because it's the same kind of flow. I got blood issues. You get me, honestly. If you wanted to. I didn't know. I thought Cardi B's song was original, but she stole Kodak Black's flow on Bodak Yellow. Here, this is.
You a junkie, getting skin, I'm getting junkie, getting money.
He in the song is telling them you're a junkie. And unfortunately, when you look at this interview with Kodak Black on Drink Champs, I was saying Juice Keys, there's a place. Look at him. Look at him. You hear him talk. I'm gonna let him say exactly what he was saying before, how they were talking about people that was on Flocka, how he was talking about them back then. And just listen to him. And then I'll play you all another.
I'm on that tight shit, but like the new one called No Flag. That crazy.
You never saw that?
Some unreleased
The zombie shit? Motherfuckers was getting shot and coming up.
So it was like some little crazy like timing around.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
You got cause listen, right? A lot of them niggas like who was on Flockin and shit, they used to be like so like embarrassed about that shit too.
That they was doing it?
Okay, y'all hear the flow of his voice, how incoherent it is. You can't really figure out what the man is saying. You really had to sit down and listen hard. But honestly, I promise you, by the end of the interview, you knew it. You spoke Kodak. You spoke Kodak Black. By about minute 45, all of a sudden, it's just registered in your brain, and you know exactly what this man was saying. You all saw how incoherent it is. And I promise you, at the end, I'm going to tell you my theories as the happiest doctor alive, Dr. D Nice, exactly what I think is going on with Kodak Black. Let me play this video for you all. Him talking about the same exact issue, the same exact theory on what people were going through.
Like, no Flockin, to tell you the truth, I really don't like that song.
Really?
I really don't. I was just, I was really just saying anything because, you know, people was like smoking Flock at that time. So it was like, I was making fun of like my homeboys who started smoking it, like my uncle was smoking it, and like, a lot of people was smoking. I was just clowning them. But it went viral. Like, no Flockin, to tell you the truth, I really.
You all see how clear his voice is. Let's go back to the other video then and just see. We're just putting something out there, and then I'll tell you my theories as a physician, what's going on with Yak, what's going on with Kodak Black. You know what? I did a video on my other channel about when he got his pardon from President Trump. That was kind of cool, and he rocks with Trump now because of that. Let's listen to this. Listen to his voice.
Yeah, but like them boys so fucked up in here, they'll try to like get motherfuckers on their.
Okay, y'all hear there's there's just a very stuttering I'm not mocking him. I'm just trying to, you see the dragging in the word, how he's saying his words, as opposed to when we go back to the other video with him over here.
I really don't like that song.
Really?
I really don't. I was just, I was really just saying anything because, you know, people was like smoking Flock at that time. So it was like, I was making fun of like.
His voice is? Honestly, I don't follow Kodak Black like that, but you know, you all do. And I really appreciate him. You know, he's Haitian. He rocks with Jamaica. My husband's Haitian. And I just like, you know what? He's a cool guy. I like his songs. I live in roll in peace. Yeah. I walk around. I walk down the hall singing that song. I don't know. It just pops in my head. Who knows? But here's the thing. Here's what I think is going on with this young guy. Y'all, he's on drugs. He has to be. If he is not on drugs, then he has had some sort of neurological issue. He's had a stroke. He's had something. There is no way that this person.
That shit too, like trying to trick motherfuckers on that shit.
To make them a part of it too.
They run around.
You hear the dragging in his voice compared to a few years ago. there's something going on. There's nobody can tell me that there's not something going on. And unfortunately, I know you all are fans. I know people really love him. You can love him and correct him. A good friend will not sit back and let their friend just mess themselves up like this. And I know he got on Instagram Live and said, no, he's not on nothing. I know he got on there and said, I'm cool. No, there's no big deal. It is a big deal. There's something going on with him. Either he had some sort of neurological issue, some stroke, something, or he's on drugs. Those are the two theories. He wasn't high. He's always smoking weed all the time. He talks about it in his songs. And on the show, he actually all he drank was some champagne, and he spent the whole time smoking. I'm pretty sure he was smoking weed. So he was high. He's always high. He talks about it in his songs. Listen, if y'all really care about Kodak Black, please talk to him. Please share with him that Dr. D Nice out here cares about him, and he is too smart, too cool a person to get wrapped to not seek help. If the people around him are not helping him, then that is not acceptable. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm gonna show y'all some parts of the interview. Hold on, we'll go back. We'll just look at a few other little clips. What's going on, Magic 8 Ball Spot? Yeah, it could have been lack of sleep. No, this is not the only clip. I mean, on Drink Champs, this was a very prolonged interview. There's been other clips more disturbing on the internet webs, and since it's beyond the scope of this video, we're mostly talking about No Flocka, the song, and the irony of him doing that song and then end up with what it seems now he's in a drug habit. He was actually teasing fellow drug addicts. And now he's in the same situation. There's something going on here. Let's see. Let me see.
That's one of your dogs. But he might know it. Listen, his head is down, man. Listen, I don't know what's going on. Well then,
What'd you say?
But my thing is this. Here's my thing. That's one of your dogs.
This guy talking much.
Even for instance, if a nigga, God forbid, but if a nigga was to have to do a little stint somewhere again, ain't nobody even.
Do you see that? Just you cannot tell me his brain was so swift in the other interview, and there's something going on with him. Okay, y'all don't do this to him. Please help. You all need to start some sort of movement. Help Yak. Help Kodak Black. If you really love him and really appreciate the art that he's put out there, please do what you can to help him. That's my Haitian brother. You know, my husband's Haitian. And hey, I really just love the fact that he stood up. The time where you saw him just sitting there talking about no flocking, that was pretty much the only time he sat in the interview. He was standing the whole time. Let's see, he needs to be sober up, but it ain't gonna happen. He has too much money and doesn't feel the pressure to perform, and then let's not forget about the people around him. The people around him are probably benefited from him not being sober. He's a smart guy. We just have to pray for him. Pray that the Lord heals his mind, because I don't know what he's addicted to. There's something that's slurring his speech, slowing his brain. He's just not processing the way he has. He's gotten thinner, which, you can get thinner because you're trying to lose weight. So I can't make the assessment or determine that is because he's on something, why he's lost weight. Something's happening, and let's not hide our head in the sand and come up with excuses. No addict is going to deny it. He probably feels a little embarrassed that he's already made a whole song called No Flocking, and then he got caught up in that same thing. I I wanted to pull up the words here because that's what happened. Let me pull up the words to No Flocking so y'all could really see where the embarrassment could come from. If he is, here you go. Let's just look at the first verse right here. Let's see. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, it too fast. Smoking flock, you a jackass. All I smoke is gas. And y'all know it. Kodak, Bodak Yellow from Cardi B. There's the same rhythm. She took back when in the 80s when I was young. We would say she bit his flow, and he felt it was more of a. It was not an insult to him. He appreciated it because he's just like, that's my girl. I roll with her. I rock with her. I appreciate her putting her, appreciating the what is the word? The masterpiece that is called No Flocka. I appreciate her appreciating that. A starving artist and a productive artist. I'm a retired artist and I haven't produced anything in 15 years. All right, Magic 8-Ball Spot. Listen, he needs to be a starving artist again. He needs people around him that are going to support him. He needs people that are going to help him, not people that are going to gas him up. If you love him, if you really care about Kodak Black like you say you do, then please encourage him to seek help. I'm not no addiction coach. I would love to talk to him, though, because, that's my Haitian brother. Sapase, because if my husband Haitian, I'm Haitian. I wish him all the best. I really do. It was an excellent interview. If you haven't seen this interview on Drink Champs, I recommend that you go ahead and check out Kodak Black on Drink Champs. You will learn a lot about the music industry. You will learn a lot how people that you think will support you end up not supporting you over politics, over your own personal choices that don't even affect them, over how you get your money, over who you're friends with. Just ridiculousness. People that have no business, they're being mad at him for things that don't even make no sense. And you can tell that it really hurt him. I wish him all the best. I wish him peace. And listen, I'll be on in the morning, tomorrow morning. You all know this is the new thing. I come on Friday mornings for Q&A. If you have any questions, I can answer your questions, and we'll get to know a musical artist. Tomorrow, we're going to get to know Pink Pantress. Let me look at my notes to see if there's anything that I wanted to mention. Nah, just he's from Broward County in the house. Y'all know that's where Dr. D. Nice went to high school. And yeah, I said he's Haitian about a million times. He was like lighting that blunt the whole time. And you know what? Wish him all the best. All right, I'll see you all in the morning. Thursdays is just a quick drop in, drop out. Can't stay too long. Appreciate you, Magic 8-Ball Spot, as usual, for coming in. And I'll see you in the morning or definitely on Sunday for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Y'all, Wisdomteethinger is out. Talk to y'all later.
Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.